Hello, this is Gray Hughes. This is going to be the first video in the personal paranormal channel that I've created on YouTube. I'm putting this on my normal channel just to get the word out. This channel is going to be devoted to those weird stories that everybody has where you can't actually explain what happened, or it's just really unusual and out of the ordinary. Alright, now I want to sort of avoid the psychic angle of it because everybody claims, oh, I'm a psychic, and people start joining for that. I want to talk about unusual moments. You know, they might have psychic elements in it, but that's not the whole overarching theme of what your story would be. So I have a Facebook group called Personal Paranormal that you can join, tell your story, we'll talk about it, and then we'll arrange a time where you can call in on a telephone number on Skype, or use Skype the normal way where your video's on there, and then we can go over your story, and then I'll edit it, put it together, and tell a short, concise story. Now, my channel on YouTube is called GHI Personal Paranormal. Alright, so that channel will start collecting all of these different videos, but I'm going to put them on my main channel for a while just to let people that are on that channel know, and I've already have 16,500 subscribers, and I know a lot of them are interested in this kind of thing as well. Now, I'm not going to do any debunking of the videos, all right? I'm just going to let people tell their stories, we'll discuss it, and I just think it'll be really interesting. You see a lot of radio shows where people talk about it, but it's always an expert. You know, these people that have reincarnation, but they're always somebody really famous, you know. I'm just not really into that. What I am interested in are the stories told by everyday people. And we all have these stories. Now, I'm going to start off by telling my own personal paranormal story. And that's with my brother, Garrett Hughes, right here. All right, now, my brother Garrett, some of you know, passed away in 1986. He was 22. And I was 20, and this was at the University of Oregon, and he was a good-looking guy, as you can tell. He had a lot of girlfriends, and you know, at his funeral, all of his ex-girlfriends showed up, so that kind of shows you that he was a good guy. And this little mouse right here was on his tooth, so no, he wasn't missing a tooth, all right? Okay, and by the way, I used to look pretty good too at that age, but I think this is, 32 years later now, so we've lost a little bit of that, the edge that we had. All right, so let's take a look at this story. He died in 1986. He was actually playing basketball at the Theta Chi fraternity at U of O. And if you can just tell, here's the campus, the football stadium's there. The baseball stadium's right there, basketball court, track. That's where they usually have the Olympic trials right there. And Theta Chi was right there, so it's pretty close to all these different locations. So he was playing basketball on the basketball court, which is right here. And he went inside, took a shower, went back to his room, put up a towel because his roommate was in the room too. And then he said he felt dizzy, passed out, and then his heart started being funny, and they could not figure out how to get his heart started back again. And I think today they could have saved him. I mean, they have so much better technology right now. But back then they didn't have the cardiac defibrillators and stuff on the ready that quickly back then. All right, so, you know, he passed away. I went to the hospital. I saw him in the hospital after he died, and that was horrible. And then during that next year, they actually put a plaque on the basketball court. It was called the Garrett Hughes Memorial Basketball Court. And then the following year, on March 9th. So March 9th was his birthday, and he died on March 13th, 1986. So on March 9th, 1987, I was shooting baskets. So a year later, I was outside. It was raining, drizzling rain, and I was outside shooting baskets. And you can actually still see the basketball hoop right there. See that? That's the standard There's the backboard and the rim right there. It looks like they lowered it to do some dunking or something like that. And the plaque was right there. I don't know if I can still see it there or not, but that's where it used to be. So I was just outside in the drizzling rain shooting baskets, and I looked up in the sky up here, and there was a little dot. And I was just thinking about my brother on his birthday. And then I looked up in the sky again at the dot, and it kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And then I realized it looked like a balloon. And then I was standing right here by the basketball standard, and the balloon floated down right here, right into my hands, and it was a huge cellophane happy birthday balloon. So I just found that absolutely incredible. Like on his birthday, in the drizzling rain, I mean, why there was a balloon outside on a drizzling day like that, on his basketball court, the Garrett Hughes Memorial Basketball Court, it landed right in my hands, and I felt like that was a sign from him. Now, if you look around, if you look at the whole city, I mean, that balloon could have gone anywhere, right? I mean, look at that. It could have flown anywhere. But it flies right in my hands, right over here. Now, this isn't Theta Chi Fraternity anymore. They disbanded, and it's some other name like, let's see if we can actually see it. I don't even know if that's important to the story, but looks like Delta Chi Alpha. That's my personal paranormal story. It was really strange. I have a whole bunch of other ones too, but this is the one I wanted to start with because it really touched me. Everybody in the fraternity that I still know, I'm not like one of those fraternity people for life type of people, but the ones I've spoken to every once in a while, they'll still say, God, do you remember that balloon? That was crazy. And then I gave the balloon to my mom, and she still has that balloon to this day. A cellophane happy birthday balloon. All right, so there you go. And what people are going to do is they're going to join my Facebook group, Personal Paranormal. They're going to tell their story, and then people will comment and discuss it and so forth. They can put pictures and everything else to help tell the story, and then they will call on Skype, either using a regular phone line or the Skype with video. So you can do either one, whichever you choose. So the other one's just like calling a radio talk show, and then I'll record it, and then I'll edit it, put it all together, and put together a concise video about your own personal paranormal story. So again, the channel is called GHI Personal Paranormal on YouTube. The Facebook is called Personal Paranormal, and I'll put the links to both in this video, and this video will go on this channel that you're watching it on right now, the main Gray Hughes channel that I do crime on. And I'm putting it here because I think that there's so many people that have stories like this, and I want to hear from all of you these stories. And we'll put the collection together, and then people can watch them over time and see if there's any commonalities or anything like that. It might be really interesting. All right, and then I'll also post the video on the new channel to start building that collection over there. But I need to get more subscribers over there. I think right now there's maybe 100. And at some point we might even be able to do live videos where people can call in and tell their stories, something like that. But before that, though, I'd like to put out a bunch of videos of people's stories, and then every once in a while we'll do lives regarding this. Most of the time my lives are going to be about true crime. All right? So as I say on all my channels, until next time, everybody, be safe out there.